Reprogramming yourself is the way for people to really look at their bodies and understand the things that cause disease or disorder within the body. A lot of the times that can be emotional issues, that can be physical issues, or that can be mental issues. So what I really would love to do is to help people understand those issues that might be popping up, those blockages that might occur, and so these modalities that I have allow for that. And so as we go forward, people are able to heal things that they don't even know are bothering them, that are stuck in their cells, actually. And we do this on an energetic perspective, and we also do this on a physical perspective. So this is a new and different way to address illnesses within the body and to maintain wellness, actually, and longevity as we go forward.
Terrific. Who would be a typical patient that would come to see you?
Anybody would be a good patient here. I would like to see everybody, but who I'm really focused on are our first responders, our first-line medical workers, and our military and veterans. So past and present, all of those. Those are the subset of the population that really hold all of this emotional trauma. They're so used to giving that they don't really take care of themselves.
Very true, very true.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm always curious how people get to where they are. So, I mean, you can choose to do anything with your life. Why did you start this? What was the background there?
I think for me, my very first part of my career was nursing because I wanted to help people and to heal people. And so I became a nurse. But then I quickly realized that as a nurse, I would have to do something to help fix our healthcare system. And that made me go into the business side of healthcare to really understand all of the workings of healthcare because you can't just look at it from one perspective. So I became a nurse, but then I have an MBA in business. And so I did a lot of clinical research, which was really my first love, and that was amazing. But then I realized that we really need to look at something new and different on how we fix the system. So I went into corporate healthcare, and I learned so much, and I got to work with amazing people, but I realized that physicians and healthcare providers were having so much burnout with all of the new programs that we have and everybody having to check boxes, and that patients were actually suffering. So as I went along my journey with corporate healthcare, I decided that my heart wasn't really singing for that, and I really needed to do something new. So I learned all of these different modalities to really help patients from the perspective of addressing things before they happen, and addressing that holistically. So their mind, their emotions, and physically. And I really do think that that's the way that we're going to drive change, is to look at the patient holistically and to offer care and support. Some of the other services I provide are hypnotherapy, which are incredibly helpful. Sometimes we do get stuck in those loops mentally, and so the hypnotherapy is incredibly important for especially our first line providers that they just get stuck in that loop. And so if you're able to work through it and to feel differently about a situation, it's helpful at for the release of it. There is also somatic therapy that I do as well, so that works from a neurological perspective. So you don't even have to relive the trauma. It's just kind of working through, remembering how that trauma felt. I do some touch therapy along with it, touching the face, touching the arms, that type of thing, as you're recounting the memory or the feeling, and then we reprogram the brain. We literally are able to reprogram those neurons to feel differently about the situation that happened. So it's taking you out of that fight or flight that you were in before, that you were stuck in, and it allows for a release of that and for a more gentle way of living. So I also do sound therapy. So the sound therapy is done with crystal healing bowls. And so I can do that remotely. So that can be a recording that can happen, or I can have the patient come in, the client come in and have a session. So it's toned specifically to those energy centers or chakras that would need balancing. And so I would have the consultation before, and that resonance of the bowls actually helps with the healing of the body. Our bodies are so incredibly intelligent. They heal intrinsically. And sometimes it's the music or the frequencies or the hertz that are attributed to each of those energy centers that allows the body to just kind of flip that switch and heal automatically.
Anything else?
What else do I do?
What do you do?
What else do I do?